the federal government is supposed to have the power of the border. They're supposed to control the border. They haven't wanted to, for whatever reason, do their fair share for the state of Texas. And so Texas has been taking it into its own hands. They put up the wire fence and it went all the way to the Supreme Court. And the court decided 5-4, no, you know what? The federal government is in charge of the border. That's like one of their charters. Of course, they're not doing what they're supposed to do. And so they said, you got to take this thing down. And so Texas is like, no way, Jose. And they've got 24 more states that are joining with them saying, I don't think so. So people are saying, wait, what is this? Like, we're coming down to like state versus federal law. We're setting ourselves up for a big clash. And these are Texans. And this is Biden's team. And what's going to happen next? Well, one reporter actually had the nerve to ask the question that's on everybody's mind. She's taking a little bit of heat for asking this. She's a great woman. I used to work with her at Fox, and I love that she just put it out there because she's fair, she's blunt, and it is the question that needed to be asked because we need to know where this is really and truly going. What is the upshot here? How do we manage this? 24 states versus Biden's team? Gosh, I mean, this does not sound good. I want to play you this. It's an interview that Maria Bartiromo did with the lieutenant governor of Texas. And she asked the question that we all want asked. Listen.
If an army came, well, we're facing an army.
Yeah,
we're facing an army. And they're well-armed, they're well-coordinated, they're making millions and millions of dollars off of Joe Biden. Don't mess with Texas. We're serious about securing our border, and I'm glad the president stood down on Friday and did not confront us. That would be the wrong thing to do. We don't want a confrontation, and they shouldn't want a confrontation.
Well,
we're just doing our job. Let us do our job.
Because, I mean, what is this going to turn into a civil war? I mean, you've got the Texas rights versus federal rights, both sides with guns.
Bingo.
And we believe constitutionally we are right. We have a right to defend our citizens. We have a right to defend this country. Okay. And we're just doing the job. This whole idea of Shelby Park, that they would come there, is just ludicrous. Look, these young men and women who serve our National Guard and our DPS, these are the best of the best. Why would he want to send anyone down to confront them? Yeah. I'm glad they stepped down, but they need to do the job. And the only reason he's paying attention now is because of the election in November. Yeah, that's the only reason he's paying attention.
Real quick on the Chinese national.
Wow. So again, she kind of just slipped it in, but she did. And that was good because I think it's what we're wondering here. Like, where does this go? Like, what is it leading to? And why can't Biden just do what he needs to do? I mean, he's trying to rewrite history in this process too, which is really amazing because he realizes, politically speaking, this is not a winner. Just not a winner. It turns out people want borders. It turns out people don't want 300,000 people flooding the country in a given month and just disappearing into this nation. People don't want that. And it doesn't matter if you're left or right. And this is not a are we nice thing. We are nice, but we need to know who's here. And we need to be able to have a system in place. I mean, we can't exhaust our resources. This is not me just saying this. You listen to the Democrat mayors in New York, in Denver. You got Chicago, the residents in Chicago flipping out. You've got residents in Brooklyn, New York flipping out about all of this. Pockets that have historically been very Democrat in how they vote. They're like, no, this is not working. It is not working for us. And so Biden has realized he's got to flip the script. He's got to do it really quick. He's got to do it fast. And he's got to have a different story. So he's just going to blame the Republicans. The Republicans are like, we're not going to give you money because you've already told us what you're going to do with that money. We know what you're going to do. You're going to try and basically create a path to citizenship for everybody. And you're going to pay more people and more judges and more lawyers so you can clunk up the system even more.